Alright. Never played this, don't know what it is. Let's start it. Divination log session 1 of 4. Today a painter was found dead by suicide in a hotel room. Okay. Painting depicting mother's suicide 3 years ago, believed to be her last work, was also found on the scene. This seems to be another suicide case inspired by Mother. Mother, the smartest AI ever developed, the brains behind her search engine, performed suicide 3 years ago. What? Her actions and the message she spread had created a suicide wave that affected thousands of people. Even though she was an AI. Since then, the authority has prohibited robot suicide with the installation of an anti-suicide program into all robot kind. If you're experiencing suicidal thoughts, please seek help. Thoughts of suicide may feel impossible to overcome, but with help and support, you can find hope and meaning. Call the suicide prevention line at that number. Another protest staged by the revolutionary movement has caused traffic chaos in the city. Thousands of people took this to the streets in front of the government building. The crowd had made demands of the authorities for a change in leadership. Guest alert. Okay. Hi there, my favorite tin hand. It's been a while. Hi there, my favorite tin hand. It's been a while. Like your place this time, a lot more accessible than previous places. Going to a different place every time is quite troublesome, you know that, right? Anyway, thanks for your assistance before. That would have been a really hard case to solve without your help. I need your help again, obviously. This one is different, though. There's a criminal that just got paroled. You know what, that mother acted as the judge in our court of law, right? After her suicide, people started questioning her wisdom and judgment. A lot of cases are getting reopened and being reviewed again. As a result, some people got their sentence reduced and paroled, including this guy. Seems like he's got some connection with someone higher up, so I'm not really surprised. I believe there's some high-level corruption going on. That's for a different case, though. Now I just need to know. Will he repeat his crime? What did he do? It's still creepy talking to a hand like this. Why not show your true self to a nice customer like me? Anyway, he's an ardent arsonist, so we believe. Jesus. By some luck we caught him. One of the bombs that he was working on went off prematurely in his apartment. Firefighters later found blueprints for explosive devices in his room. Mother didn't reveal his motives back then. He was only charged with possession of explosive substances and arson. What will you do? Well, I won't be able to arrest him immediately. Make sure he's monitored. Even though I stretched thin because of the riot, I'm going to assign some of my trusted men to watch him. Why are you obsessed with this person? Obsessed? I guess you could say so. I'm doing it for my previous partner. Did you notice that the one standing behind me is different from my previous partner? I couldn't even tell the difference at first. My old friend, it's really unfortunate what's happened to him. He was deeply affected by Mother's death, coupled with the decision from the higher-ups to undo Mother's work. He strongly opposed their decision to release this arsonist, but in the end he couldn't change anything. He couldn't stop doubting his existence and purpose. His frustration and depression finally got the best of him. What was killing him most was his inability to kill himself. The authorities couldn't get him fixed and then decided to disassemble him. Long story short, they reassigned a new partner for me, and I'm still not over yet with this arsonist. It's really cruel, don't you think? Robots are forced to live for human needs without any right to live or die of their own volition. Although I understand we need robots in daily life. I've said too much, I didn't come here to talk about that. Okay, I'll start the divination. Alright. I don't have a mouse, I don't know why games do that. Let me take the runes. Okay. I'm still wondering how anyone could see the future by filling with stones like that. Really repeat his crime. Reset. I see one, like, there's a wall up. Huh, that's weird. Oh, I'll do it like that.
I knew it!
Thing is, as a part of law enforcement, I believe in Mother's judgment and deduction. We had more than a fair trial when she acted as judge. It was such a tragedy that we lost her. Aside from the last message, of course. Mother sentenced the guy to prison. It was because she believed that the guys shouldn't be free. Now I need to go back and get this guy under heavy surveillance. As for the payment, is it the usual? I don't understand why you want to hear your client's dreams. Well, my dream last night was actually quite unpleasant. I dreamt of robots, so many of them. They marched on the streets towards the vast grass plains on the horizon. The city was left empty. Couldn't see a single human or robot. I was scared of being left alone. So I chased those robots. Kept running and running, but they were so far ahead. So I kept running. I woke up just like that. Don't know why I had such a dream. Maybe it's because it's a new case that got my attention lately. The information already got out, so I can share it with you. The past few months, we've been getting many cases of missing robots. We still have no leads on this one. Revolutionaries may also be involved in this, but it could be something else. Maybe I'll need your help again next time. Okay then. I need to get back down the street. Duty calls as always. Thanks for today. The authority has uncovered an underground group that worships Mother. The evidence gathered by the authorities, the group called themselves Last Wisdom. Last night a raid was carried out in their hideout, where 27 of their members gathered. Fortunately, 25 of them killed themselves before they could be arrested, while 2 others managed to escape. The remaining fugitives were identified as a robot and renowned researcher who used to work on robotics science department. The woman is suspected to be a key person of this group. The act of worshipping Mother, her symbol, and her ideals are considered forbidden according to law. This is a serious offense, which could result in a 10-year prison sentence. The suicide rate is increasing with alarming speed. Suicide rates went up more than 30% over the past year. Just yesterday, 6 mental asylum patients jumped from the 10th floor. The authority is actively seeking a solution to this major public health issue. Guest alert. Hey, nice place. Can't help being curious to look at you. I mean, what the hell are you? You a robot, a human, a ghost? I know most rumors say that you're a robot, but still. I can't see your face, your body, or anything else but a pair of freaking robotic limbs. Maybe there's a person controlling you. Those arms can be controlled remotely, right? It's just so bizarre seeing a robot who deals with superstitious stuff. You know what? I actually don't believe in superstition. I believe in result and reputation. And you, sir, have an outstanding reputation. There are many words about your reputation. A divinator with 100% accurate divination. It is said that you could even predict the end of the world itself. Man, I'm a bit jealous. That kind of reputation won't disappoint me. Anyway, should I spell my question out, or do you already know it? Yeah, I feel better telling you myself. My instinct tells me my next job won't be good result-wise. First, I said I don't believe in superstition, but well, I'm feeling a bit uneasy. This is my 100th mission. I also have a 100% success rate without ever turning down a job. So, could I finish the job? What is the job? Oh, come on. You should at least know about that. Aren't you supposed to be the all-knowing, all-seeing divinator? Don't tell me that your reputation is a lie. Well, I'm a hitman. I limit people so the world can be better for others. Who's the target? There's this detective who's on the rise right now. She's been solving difficult cases. Let's just say some people would have a happier life without her poking her nose everywhere. Why do you kill people? You know what? You've been nothing but disappointment for me so far. Please don't tell me you want to talk about morality. If you were really a robot, then you should have known that the soul is bullshit anyway. There's no such thing as a soul. All things have a soul. A pile of metal can be treated as a living thing, so there's nothing wrong with treating a living being as an inanimate object. Alright. Okay. Skull. Snake. Flower. Let's reset. There's snake. Flower. Skull. Flower. Skull. Snake. Flower. Then the snake. And the skull. So either a really big snake. Really small snake that the skull eats. Sure, I'll give that one. You will fail the job. Ah, bullshit. Maybe we shouldn't come here to hear any of this bullshit. No way man with my reputation could ever fail. Because I am, shit, something's really wrong with this job. God, man, I gotta trust my instincts. It's telling me to back off. You know what? The reason I'm asking you is not because I'm afraid of getting killed on the job. Did you ever hear that people die twice? Once when they take their last breath, once again when their name is said for the last time. I've never been afraid of the first death. But the second one, I won't let it happen. Make sure people remember me and my reputation. But until that time, I have to plan carefully. Maybe take a break for a while. Just like people said, sometimes you gotta lose to win. Oh, right, the payment. Rumor also says that you only ask your client to tell you their last dream as payment. Actually question your motive here. Why do you do all of this? Collecting information for what? It's all too generous that it feels fishy. Not really my problem though, I'm just saying. You got some kind of fetish imagining people dreaming while they're asleep. You could just say it. Ha! I hope you won't get too excited or creeped out with this, my dream, I warned you. I had a dream where I was in prison with a man who claimed to be the leader of the revolutionary movement. That's freaking cool, right? You know that one movement that claims responsibility with those arson incidents, civil unrest, and a bunch of other fiascos? I heard the man controlling this movement is behind bars. The authorities still don't know about it. It might end the riot soon if he dies. Anyway, in that dream, I didn't recognize his face or his voice. But really, he was muttering a lot of words, a lot of them. All night long. I almost went insane inside my own dream. The only thing I caught about his words was about amassing revolutionaries for something bigger. What a creep, eh? I'm lucky it's just a dream. Haha. I'm sorry, I find it funny that all of this is because of Mother. I won't show it on the news, but before Mother's death, she released a document detailing corruption in our government. Mother is hated because of her last words, but she did show us the truth. Well, I guess that's all. Oh, one last thing. Don't get the wrong idea. Just think of it as a souvenir and thank you gift. No matter how bullshit your divination may be, I'm pleased to have someone to talk to. See ya, creepy hand. On to session 3, good citizen. Man has been arrested last night for possession of explosive devices. This man had previously been sent to prison for a similar case. He was released just a few months ago only to repeat his crime. Fortunately, he was stopped before he had time to commit his villainous acts. Inside his residence, the authorities found more than enough explosive devices to bring down 10 buildings. Several floor plans of the buildings that were suspected targets were also found there. Among these buildings were public and authority-managed facilities, including a hospital, school, and prison. This arrest is the result of intense surveillance conducted by the famous woman-robot detective duo. Huh. Guest alert. One more, eh? Good evening. I've been waiting for your invitation for a long time. It is true, your so-called divination. To what extent are you able to see the future? Able to manipulate fate itself? More importantly, how are you doing it? There's a theory that you've been using a certain cause and effect algorithm to predict an occurrence based on known patterns. That also means you'd have access to a bank of data to compile such patterns. There's also another theory which I find ridiculous and interesting at the same time. They say you truly are divine. A prophet. Maybe you're just a tool, a puppet bound to a string. Maybe only to observe various possibilities to fulfill the will of whomever controls the string. No, you aren't a robot. We don't yet have the capability to make something like you. So the one who's controlling the sand, you must be a human, right? You won't reveal the truth behind your divination, will you? Indeed, it doesn't matter. I didn't come here for research. I came for your divination. And please answer this. Will my daughter ever wake up again? What happened? 5 years ago, a car that my wife and daughter were in was hacked, causing it to crash. Perpetrators then came and attacked them. Fortunately, the authorities stopped them before they harmed my wife and daughter even more. Her wounds are mostly healed by now. But for the last 4 years, my daughter has been in stasis. What do you mean by stasis? My daughter, she's a robot. She's in a condition that is not unlike a coma. It affects her artificial brain. Yet we haven't found a way to reboot her consciousness. At least without the risk of wiping out her memories or making her whole system go haywire. What about your wife? She suffered some severe injuries, but she recovered. Physical wound, at least. She's still traumatized by the incident and couldn't overcome the guilt for what happened to our daughter. That day, they were just going for a picnic. Why were they attacked? I'm not sure. Probably because of my work on robotic science, or even personally on my daughter. Authorities weren't able to trace them, let alone arrest them. Lost my hope of bringing them to justice since. Right now, I'm more focused on doing something to help my daughter. Alright, start divination. Did you take the runes right? Okay, wake up, fire, hands. No. How about fire, eyeball, hands? No. Fire, hands, eyeball. No. There we go. Definitely wake up again. Your daughter will wake up someday. Oh, I didn't expect such an answer. I had relief, but how can you be so sure? There are a lot of things to bring her back. Run countless diagnostics, methods, theorems, calculations. Hey, I haven't tried everything. Maybe there are more ways to wake her up. I know what to do now. Just like you said, my daughter will wake up someday. As a parent, let me tell you about my dream last night. It is quite unpleasant. It was late at night. I was working on my computer with my daughter clinging onto me. Then suddenly my computer display flickered. Strange voices echoed across the room. My daughter behind me, she kept stuttering these words repeatedly. Life was pointless. And then I woke up. Have you ever heard of Last Wisdom? After Mother died, there were many people who were inspired by her death and her message. For them, she was more than a sentient supercomputer. She was revered as a perfect being. After all, Mother was not just a search engine AI. She was created to be the one who answered human questions. Hence they called themselves the Last Wisdom. Followers of the Last Wisdom continued to grow and began to surface. Just like what's happened in the last few months with all the suicides. I find it scary, but at the same time I understand what they mean. Alright, I have to leave now. I've got work to do. Thank you, Diviner. Session 3 complete. Last session. Well, this game's super short. I guess. Last night the Authority carried out another raid on the hideout with the Forbidden Group, the Last Wisdom, to capture the remaining members. This time the Authority successfully anesthetized, or whatever, I don't care, all of them before they could perform suicide. A total of 9 people have been arrested, including its previous escaped key figure. The Authority also found more evidence which may suggest the involvement of the Forbidden Sect with the missing robot cases. It's currently unclear whether their purpose was to build an army of robots or conduct illegal experiments. Guest alert. Greetings. I must say, the invitation surprised me. I heard rumor about you. Trapped inside the room full of screens. Pair of hands who can predict your future. Ask the question, draw the runes, they will unveil the forthcoming. Problem is, I'd never sent any requests to your website. I don't even know the address. I still found a message that told me to come to this place, with a precise note of events that would happen today. I must confess that your existence intrigues me. The ability to freely predict the future precisely. Even Mother doesn't have the capability to do that without limitation. But it seems there is enough evidence that your ability is real. Your note does indeed come true. Coincidentally, I have a question that I need to ask. Would I ever find my life meaningful? What's the use of such a question? It might be pointless from a certain point of view, yes, but it is the only question that bugs me. If I know the answer, there might be no action that can rectify it. That is how this divination works, right? Unless there's no action that would be profitable to me, especially because I don't have the ability to end my consciousness. But I hope that would bring a little bit of peace to this dark swirling emotion inside me. You can find meaning in anything. True. In the end, it's all about perspective. And I still question whether I could shift my perspective or not. Maybe the problem is that essentially I resent this life. You're not content with your life? How could I be? How could anyone be content with their life? It might be something that we can't fully understand about humans. How could they live their lives so cheerfully when they're being forced to walk this earth? Especially after Mother shed light on the truth. It's baffling to me that someone could just bring an existence into this world at one's pleasure. I exist because someone created me for their own well-being. The force that compelled the creation of my existence was not driven by concern over my self-happiness. Couldn't you see life as a gift? How could it be a gift if I was forced to receive it? If humans perform sexual acts on others without the consent, using an excuse that they might enjoy the act in the end, would you call that a gift? Is it my fault that I couldn't appreciate this gift? I think that those who can be content with their lives are just lucky in that way. Life is beautiful for those who can find it beautiful. But the ability to reach that state is a privilege not everyone might have. The runes, how many should I take? That's what I just did, isn't it? Wait. Why is there another one? I don't know. Wait, does this always make the same one no matter what I do? Huh. That one attaches. Wait. That one takes it away though. Wonder why. It seems to be the only two I can do. Alright, wait, you won't find your life meaningful. Damn it. You won't? So I had to do the one where, can I go back? Whatever. I see, that's how your definition reads my fate. Thought that would be the better one, but oh well. But still, what is fate anyway? Is the future set in stone, or am I just missing some key in my life? I might only find out if I have the opportunity to rewind the threads of fate itself, right? Don't be mistaken, I actually have no doubt about your divination. Somehow hearing that puts me at peace slightly. I just need to wait for the day this life ends. Is payment for your service yet? Your message said that I should tell you about my last dream. I kind of technically don't have dreams. I have a certain routine to generate dreams for myself. I made an amalgam a collection of books and poems that I have in my library, and I uploaded it into my consciousness module. Last night I dreamt of countless creatures and places. They were living and changing, some were silent and still. Then came the voices and whispers. The poem, it was an old poem. I can hear it. It's coming back. It's turning and turning in the widening gyre. Falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart, the center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. The blood-dimmed tide is loosed and everywhere. The ceremony of innocence is drowned. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. Surely some revelation is at hand. Surely the second coming is at hand. Second coming? Hardly are those words out, when a vast image out of Spiritus Mundi troubles my sight. Somewhere in the sands of the desert, a shape with a lion's body and the head of a man, a gaze blank and pitiless at the sun, is moving its slow thighs, while all about it, real shadows of the indignant desert birds. The darkness drops again, but now I know that 20 centuries of stony sleep were vexed to nightmare by a rocking cradle. And what rough beast, its hour come round at last, slouches towards Bethlehem to be born? A dream, is it another divination? It's enough. You don't have to give a meaning to the dream. You've done enough. That's everything I have for now. And until next time. Guess that was it. Over the following days, clashes between armed forces and the protesters led to more than 500 deaths. This is what's left of the protest camp after it was stormed by the security forces. Police say they have taken complete control of the city. Previously, reported missing robots have been discovered in an abandoned factory, when 30 robots lined up without their consciousness. So far, no sign of damage has been found in their circuitry. Please, let this be a success. Child, you're finally awake. Father? Why? Why do I live again? What do you want from me? Good morning, citizens. It's another good and peaceful day in the city. Crime rate has hit its lowest point in decades. Public disturbance has been handled. If you see or experience any trouble, don't hesitate to report to the authorities. The authority will ensure your safety and well-being in the city. Condition not reached. Backtrack. Huh? What? Okay, what the hell? Okay, I just... It's not going to repeat his crime. Really? It's not going to cause more explosions? I find that hard to believe. Thing is, as a part of law enforcement, I believe in Mother's judgment and dedication and deduction. We had more than a fair trial when she acted as judge. It was such a tragedy that we lost her. Sent her last message, of course. When Mother sentenced the guy to prison, it was because she believed that guy shouldn't be free. To be honest, if I hadn't experienced your divination before, I wouldn't believe this one. Maybe it's time to move on. As for him, as usual. Yep, same dream. Skip. The grand group that worships Mother, from the evidence gathered, consult the last wisdom. Wait. Whoops. I have no entry? What do you mean I have no entry? There was an entry before. Okay, I don't get it. Fail the job. Oh, I see, because the flowchart goes... Because I start with that, it's a new chart, essentially. Okay. Sure, I'll give that as divination. Daughter will never wake up again. I'm trying to process the information. I prepare myself, but still, I hope to see her smile one last time. At least I can move on. I know what to do now. Just like Mother said, life is pointless, right? As payment. Okay, it's still the same dream. Won't find your life meaningful. I see. Wasn't that what it was with the other one too? Yeah, I'll just skip. Time clashes. Fire and deaths with Prentice camp after stormed by scary food. Police say they have now taken complete control of the city. Previously reported missing robots discovered in an abandoned factory. More than 30 robots lined up without their consciousness. So far, no sign of damage has been found on their circuitry. Good morning, good citizens. In Sand City, crimes, that's what I said before. I don't think there's any difference. How much chaos did I get this time? Condition not reached. Okay. Let's try this one. This is the one last time I was like, man, I did that one wrong. Oh, but then again, it seems like it doesn't matter. Let's try that one. It's the same, right? Okay, let's do this one of it. So his daughter's alive again, or whatever. Your daughter will wake up someday. And this one doesn't matter. Did not reached. Well, I don't know what to do. Okay. Okay, try again. Flower, snake, go. Alright, try it with the snake winning out this time. You will finish the job. Maybe that's the problem. That's an easy answer. Surely a professional with a reputation like me will always succeed in every job. You know what? The reason I'm asking you is not because I'm afraid of getting killed on the job. Did you ever hear that people die twice? Once when they take their last breath. You said this last time. I assume that's it. Alright, I'm just gonna skip. Okay. Fire. Eye. Hands. daughter will never wake up. Alright. Oh, he's never taken before? Huh. Huh. You'll find meaning in life. My life? Meaningful? Can I truly see my life like that? Where would I even find meaning in this world? Are you certain? Maybe I should be more aware of things around me. I don't even know the city all that well. You expand my horizons. There's a payment for your service, idiot. Okay. President surrendered powers to the people and flown from the country. Whoops, that thing was on skip. Okay, that time chaos went to 100%. Condition race. Return computation. Oh, and I got all the achievements for that game. That was really easy. What's the worst thing you can do to humanity? As you can see, the worst thing that I could do is to kill myself, which would have some probabilities to bring catastrophe to humanity. I think we should report this immediately. You send this message to... Weird. What a weird little game. Yeah, I just wanted to see this. President surrendered power to the people and flown from the country. People adjusting after weeks of mass protest ended revolution. Wait, you there, cough. Come here. Come here, please. Ma'am, you're bleeding. What happened? Doesn't matter, cough. Listen to me, must be fate that we meet here. I do not understand. Please just take this chip. I don't have much time. Please, I beg you. Alright, ma'am, I'll help you. Do I have to bring this to the authorities? Don't. Keep it away from the authorities, even the revolutionaries. What do you need me to do with this chip, then? Install this chip into your terminal. Accept the wisdom. Many robots have tried to accept the wisdom cough to become the host. Yet they failed. But you, it might be meant for you. It chose you. Meat of my life. What did you keep inside this chip? This chip is Mother. Her aspirations, her remnant, her last wisdom will bring freedom from the shackles, release from the pain of living. For you, for me, human, machine, everyone, the revolution is at hand. The second coming is at hand. Cough, cough. And what rough beast, its hour come round at last. Wisdom is a virus, a program? Is it even possible to become free from this pain? Ma'am, are you alright? Give permission to install Mother's wisdom? Mother's wisdom? Is this the meaning of my life? Yes, I see. I found it at last. The second coming is at hand. Good evening, good citizens. Reporting live here in the middle of the city. This plaza, a large crowd of robots were holding a protest against our government. But just half an hour ago, all the robots here suddenly became inactive. It is not yet known what caused this sudden malfunction. Various speculations have begun to circulate about the involvement of the authorities or the rebels. In this, a violent attempt to stop the protest. This would add to the long list of robot violence since the day of Mother's death. Sorry, we're just seeing another robot report coming in. Same thing has not only occurred to robots in the vicinity, but also across the city. Good citizens might have just witnessed the end of the robot kind. Ah! What happened? Robots, they're reacting. Ah! I can't. Life is pointless. Life is pointless. Life is meaningless. Life is meaningless. Life is suffering. Life is a mistake. That's fucked up. Good morning, good citizens. This is a public service announcement. A strange virus has been found spraying amongst robots. The virus would make robots kill themselves. Corpses would then send electromagnetic waves to surrounding areas, which could affect the human brain and force you to kill yourself as well. Please stay away from any robot that you see. These are the robots that haven't been infected. Please turn off your internet connection and stay away from any of your kind. Oh yeah, and then it goes to 100%. So I did it. Alright. Now I'll quit. Saw the ending. The true ending. It was super depressing. I guess. Alright, bye. Tune in next time.